Galentines 101. It is not too late to plan the best Galentine's party you and your girlfriends have ever been to. I'll show you everything you need and also how to not break the bank, because that is not necessary. Once upon a time, I was watching a public speaking webinar, as one does, and they were cracking the code on what makes a perfect TED Talk, which surprisingly had very little to do with the subject matter of the TED Talk and almost everything to do with the way that the speaker was aware of the 5 senses of their audience. Did I get better at public speaking? Probably not, but I did walk away with the most perfect party planning strategy. Ever since watching that, I am constantly asking myself, what are my guests seeing? Are there thoughtful decorations? Are the color palettes matching? What are my guests tasting? Are we serving dinner? Are we gonna have treats? Are they sweet? Are they savory? Is there a person with allergies who's coming to your party? What are my guests hearing? This is just my opinion, but I think every single party needs a playlist. So you should either make one or find one beforehand. Next is, what are my guests touching? If you want to bring blankets, that's super awesome. It can be a cozy party, or you could at least set the dress code. Then you'll know, are my guests comfortable? Are they not? Are they in business casual? Are they in their PJs? At least you'll know the comfort level before it starts. And finally, what guests are smelling. I totally admit that this one is super duper hard to control and manage. So a better question that you can ask is there an odor? And if there is an odor, can I eliminate it through spray or through a candle or through plugging in my Pura? Your friends will be requesting that you host Galentines every single year for the rest of your life. And it's literally because you were thoughtful enough to consider these 5 seemingly insignificant things. It literally makes all the difference to your guests. Now it's time to plan, and I mean down to the nitty-gritty. Is your apartment big enough? Or maybe you need a bigger space, like a church building or even a ski resort. That's something you need to figure out based on how many people you're planning to invite. And girl, you already know that Pinterest is your best friend, so while you're making your board, be sure to keep in mind those 5 senses that we just talked about. This is kind of a niche tip, but some of you need to hear it. Please, por favor, any other language with the word please, do not invite anyone who makes you uncomfortable. And I'm not saying don't go out of your comfort zone and like invite a new friend, like totally do that. But if there's someone in your life that you feel super obligated to invite, maybe out of pressure or because you want to make the relationship better, I wholeheartedly promise you that you will have way more fun if you just use this night to get closer to your girlfriends that you already have. Again, we are not exclusive. However, I want you to enjoy your night, and if you're so worried about Sarah or Michelle or whoever the heck it is in your life who makes you a little bit awkward, tonight could be a good night to skip that. Save the drama for another girl's night and just use this one to have fun. Money, 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 money. This is 100,000% optional, but if you're wanting to keep your Galentines low-key, keeping track of your expenses, or even setting up parameters beforehand is a really great way to go. You can budget before or after you brainstorm your ideas, but avoid heading to the store without mapping out ideas of what you want to buy first. That's like going to the grocery store while you're hungry. It can get super spendy super fast. The most important takeaway from this video is that you do not need to do this alone. Do not be afraid to delegate. You're already planning the party, you're making a playlist, you're finding the location. So if you're trying to save a pretty penny, my advice is to be strategic about what you delegate to other people and ask them to bring and what you choose to bring yourself. And it doesn't even have to be awkward. You can literally just text one of your friends who's gonna come and say, hey, can you bring cookies to the Galentines? And of course, we're not forcing anyone to do anything they don't want to do. Asking others for help is not mandatory, but it could be very helpful if someone is willing to do so. Something that's taking the financial burden off of my Galentines that I'm throwing is that we're actually doing a treat potluck, which is super exciting because I don't have to make all the treats. This gives your guests a little bit of autonomy, which essentially just means that they have a say in what they bring. So they can bring things that they think are yummy and you don't have to buy them. Just a little financial hack for you. You made it to the fun part. Okay, honestly though, this is where you bring the dream to life. If you're in the US, you have so many options for Valentine's decor. You have Walmart, Target, Home Goods, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, the Dollar Tree. Literally, the list is endless. My husband and I went to Hobby Lobby because they always have the holiday decor on sale in the middle of the season, which feels like a steal. But don't feel pressured to buy absolutely everything you think you need. DIYs are not dead, so if you're up for a bargain, then pull out your TikTok and start watching those tutorials. I have the most amazing friends who are willing to help me with every single step of the setup process. Again, asking for help is a miracle. This whole setup was so stress-free and way more fun together, obviously. For our Galentines, we put together a soda bar, a treat potluck, and a speed dating activity for all of us to get to know each other way better. I am severely introverted, so big events can actually be super duper hard for me, but this was actually so fun because the questions were laid out for me and I didn't need to freak out over conversation starters. So there's a hack for all my anxious friends: buy conversation cards. And finally, here are some of the best Galentine's activity ideas I've seen over the last couple of years. I think the thing that makes the best Galentine's party is just being creative and doing something that you genuinely love. I know your parties are going to be amazing, and I wish you the best of luck this year, and I can't wait to see all that you guys come up with. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you took away at least one thing that you're going to do this year, because again, it is not too late to throw a party. Valentine's Day is in like 2 days. You can get this done in literally 1 day. I'm not even kidding. If you take any ideas from this video, please tag me in pictures because I want to see. And be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!